Welcome to another edition of the Instant Wrestling Report alongside my partner Ryan. I'm Roach Jamin. This edition of the IWR, we're going to do our 2011 WWE Survivor Series preview coming this Sunday on pay-per-view. Big Survivor Series card looking here, and we're going to run it down for you. First matchup, we have the Divas title on the line when champion Beth Phoenix goes up against Eve Torres. Eve Torres getting a second shot at the Divas title after her shot at Vengeance. Seeing it here again. This one's pretty tough because I think it makes sense to keep the title on Beth. Hasn't been that long of a run for her with that championship, but it doesn't make that much sense to book Eve in this match yet again. Same thing, no added people, no added stipulation. So I'm actually going to go with Eve winning the title here. I don't want to see it, but because like I said, I think it makes more sense to keep it on Beth. But as far as the booking goes and how they're doing it, I guess I'm going to go with Eve as the new Divas champion.
Yeah, I'm going to say Beth retains. I think Beth's going to retain here. I don't feel like they had built her up a lot. They've still kind of been basing a lot of the stuff that they've been doing with the Divas around Kelly, with her photo shoot and all the stuff she's doing. So, I don't see her winning. I think it could come out of nowhere and surprise people, but if she does. But, I think let Beth run with it just a little bit longer.
Never know. They could have something maybe where they actually turn Eve heel. Maybe do Eve Kelly, maybe something like that. Like kind of a
that's a possibility. There's been talks about that for a long time.
Could possibly see that. Like I said, it probably make more sense to keep it on Beth, but I'm going to go with Eve on that one. Next matchup, we have the U.S. title on the line when champion Dolph Ziggler goes up against John Morrison. We're thinking it's going to be Zack Ryder, but they did the whole thing this last couple days where Laurinaitis said he denied the petition for Zack Ryder for this championship opportunity. But Dolph Ziggler working double duty again at Survivor Series as he did at Vengeance, just because he's just an effing beast, man. The guy obviously has there's so much confidence in this guy, as there should be. The guy's amazing. I think he should be a main eventer right now. He has every tool that you can possibly imagine that you need for a main event kind of guy, and he just gained on every single one of those in the last couple months here. But I'm going to go with Dolph Ziggler retaining the title here. I probably would have had Ryder winning it if it would have been Ryder and Ziggler, but they're probably building towards the big final win for Zack Ryder. Could possibly see it maybe at TLC or maybe down the road on a couple on Raws after this pay-per-view, but I'm going to go with Dolph Ziggler retaining the U.S. title.
If it's he said if they just run it with Dolph and Morrison, I think Dolph will retain. I think they could run some kind of storyline, something where they do Zack Ryder possibly getting involved in this as well, maybe making it a triple threat, something along those lines. Maybe working some kind of storyline. But if that's the case, I'm gonna say if Zack Ryder does get in, I actually think he wins.
Yeah, I would say that too.
But if it's just a match set the way that it is, I'm going to go with Ziggler retaining. So
it should be a pretty good match too if it gets some time. Next matchup, we have the world title on the line when champion Mark Henry goes up against Big Show on the rematch from Vengeance after that really impressive match that they had there. Really shocked some people, shocked me for sure. The quality that match was, with the ring imploding and all that stuff going on here. So it's going to be hard for these guys to top that matchup, but hopefully they can, because it looked like they had a pretty quality big guy match there, and hopefully they can continue it here. I'm going to go with Mark Henry retaining the championship here. It really looks like they're giving him that quality run that he really deserves. He's been there, as we've said, as everyone said, at the 15 years that he's been there, he really deserves this opportunity. I do not want to see him going to WrestleMania with this championship, though. Maybe by the beginning of the year, he'll probably be dropping it, I hope. But I'm going to go with Mark Henry winning this and hopefully having yet another quality match with the Big Show.
Yeah, these guys are working well together. Two bigger guys, you wouldn't expect it. But the dynamic that they have together and the drama that they draw out of their matches, two big guys in the ring, trying to hit big moves on each other. Normally you would think, blah, 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 it's not really that entertaining. But for whatever reason, these guys are really drawing that drama, and people are really invested into their matches.
Yeah.
Beforehand, before they even started having these matches, I would have sat here and told you flat out that I would be not interested in this at all. But I'm actually interested to see what they're going to do next. How they're going to top, what they did with this big spot there, and setting up going into. Are they going to continue to feud to TLC?
Yeah.
Doing what they do there. So, I'm interested to see what they do here. But I'm going to go with Mark Henry retaining as well. I don't see no reason Big Show to get the title on. Mark Henry's having actually a beautiful run. Really, I was not expecting him to run with it this long and do as well as he has. So
yeah.
I'm going to go with Mark Henry.
Mark Henry continuing the only real badass heel in the entire wrestling right now, world mainstream wrestling world, the only real true badass. But obviously it has to be with Mark Henry. But continuing that run there. Next matchup, we have the traditional Survivor Series elimination tag match featuring Team Orton versus Team Barrett. Team Orton consisting of Randy Orton, Sheamus, Kofi Kingston, Sin Cara, and Mason Ryan. And Team Barrett consists of Wade Barrett, Dolph Ziggler, Cody Rhodes, Jack Swagger, and Hunico. As we've seen in all the Survivor Series, really looking forward to, this traditional Survivor Series match. Really, just the cornerstone of Survivor Series. Everything we see in all of them. We've seen them dwindle the last couple of years. We usually see, usually two normally in a Survivor Series, but now we're only getting one here. Past couple of years, we've seen to really dwindle the sort of the Survivor Series tradition feel of it, right? And that's kind of a sad thing to see because I love Survivor Series. One of the big 4 pay-per-views for WWE. But getting this matchup here, I'm going to go with Team Orton. Getting the win here. I have a lot of heels winning this one, so obviously they'll probably look pretty predictable with the heels that are going to be winning. So I'm going to go with Team Orton winning this one. Wade Barrett, they're just continuing this push out of nowhere with him making him the captain. Thought Cody would have been the captain because would have made more sense there. But I'm going to go with Team Orton getting the win in the traditional Survivor Series match.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the face team here winning as well. You look at the guys that are on the face team getting, a lot of those guys are getting monster pushes just as well as, some of the heel guys, Sheamus getting that monster push. The last second Christian not being able to get in there, so having Ziggler work 2 matches. Yeah. He might not be in there very much. I
think he said he might be there for support. It's going to be good to see Christian. Need to get him healthy soon.
Yeah, So, Ziggler working 2 matches is interesting. Like he said, they must have, some faith in him and his ability to, work 2 matches. But this ought to be great here. I always love the Survivor Series matches. Usually one of the most fun matches they have every year. So, looking forward to it. I'm going to go with the faces winning here.
Next matchup, we have the WWE title on the line when champion Alberto Del Rio goes up against CM Punk. CM Punk getting his opportunity finally for the WWE Championship after all the kind of craziness that's been going on with the WWE title the last couple months with Cena and all that kind of stuff that happened after SummerSlam. Finally getting this matchup. I am really looking forward to this matchup here. With the stuff that we've seen from these guys on Raw with the little, kind of little brawls they get in and all this kind of stuff with the little transitions they'll do with their submission moves and all this kind of stuff. Looks like it could be some great stuff at Survivor Series. I would love to see CM Punk get the title. I love both these guys, but I'd love to, CM Punk finally get that long run that they really need to have him have. But I'm going to go with Del Rio retaining the title. It probably won't be clean, obviously, because as we said, the only true badass that could get wins over anybody is Mark Henry right now. But I'm going to go with Del Rio getting the win here. Maybe possibly moving on to TLC next month to see a TLC match between these two, which I would think would make more sense to maybe give the title to Punk there. But should be some great stuff in this matchup, but I'm going to go with Del Rio retaining the WWE title.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Del Rio retaining as well. I think it leading into TLC to continue this feud going on here, it would make sense. And like you said, it would be great to see CM Punk win here, but they flip-flop the title so much they need to let someone run with it a little bit. Yeah. If it's that case where they face each other at TLC again, some kind of TLC or a ladder match or some form, I think Punk wins it there. Yeah. I believe, isn't there like a Chicago
Yeah, they're
Raw?
Talking they want to really have him as champion. I think it's the night after Christmas, actually.
Night after Christmas. So, that's a possibility that, drawing that powerful heat from that Chicago crowd could be a lot of, a lot of fun from that aspect. So, I'm going to go Del Rio winning here, possibly going on to TLC with Punk winning there, possibly.
Moving on now to the main event. Never before, never again. We have The Rock and John Cena teaming up against Awesome Truth, The Miz and R-Truth. Been looking for this one for a long time now. The Rock's first action in over 7 years. Seeing him team with John Cena, as we've said, we've went over this numerous times about how we did not want to see John Cena and The Rock team, but at least The Rock is keeping that hatred towards John Cena, which they needed to do. There's some really fun stuff and entertaining stuff on this past Raw with The Rock and John Cena going back and forth and keeping that bickering they got going on there, which is some pretty fun stuff there. I really think The Miz and Truth are really getting overshadowed in this match, as, understandably so. These guys are going to get overshadowed when it's The Rock and John Cena they're going up against. But this is a really, really big match for these guys, and look for them to really want to impress and, get their, faces out there as, hey, we could be those main event guys that we are. And, Miz is WWE champion, or was a WWE champion, so he was out there. Obviously could be proving themselves as the main event kind of guys. But as for the match, I'm going to go with The Rock and John Cena getting the win. Obviously, this will probably end, with them getting a little glorious win or whatever, and then probably either The Rock or Cena hitting, a finisher on one of the other guys. I'm hoping it's The Rock. But that probably gets some tension at the end to really start setting up that run towards WrestleMania. But I got the team of The Rock and John Cena getting the win here.
Leading into WrestleMania, the way that this match is going to be booked, structured to the finish and everything, is really going to set, blaze a trail to WrestleMania and how it's going to be. this match right here needs to be booked perfectly.
Yeah.
If they mess up something with this situation, with The Rock and all this, like you said, it is being overshadowed with The Miz and Truth. Being in the ring with The Rock and Cena, if you want us as fans to believe that The Miz and Truth could beat these guys, it's
happening.
It's not going to happen. Unless they do some screwy angle where Cena and The Rock go at it, and one of them rolls them up or one of them gets a cheap win. But I don't see that happening. The Rock going to be doing 2 shows, 2 pay-per-views. I look forward to The Rock winning this match with John Cena and The Rock getting the pin and maybe a stare down or something.
Something like that.
But the booking at the end of this match is going to really solidify that future into WrestleMania and show us what they're going to be working with. Because if they messed up the booking of this match and the structure of it, it may even hurt the storyline leading into the future. So
it'll be great. Great to see as both of us. We're so looking forward to seeing The Rock back in action again. So it's going to be some great stuff looking there. This will now wrap up our 2011 WWE Survivor Series preview. From my partner Ryan, I'm your host J-Man. Thank you for watching another edition of the Instant Wrestling Report, your source for fresh wrestling news, information, opinions, instantly.
Smart water.